Hey, Hurricane Show. My first guest tonight co-starred on The Larry Sanders Show and the films Reality Bites and The Truth about cats and dogs. She has 2 new films, Dog Park and The Minus Man. Please welcome our pal, Janeane Garofalo. Everybody's happy. That's nice. Now,
they're just still remembering Andy's pants. There's just a wash with fresh enthusiasm for your legs.
He whipped them into a frenzy. Did you have trouble getting over here, or was it just...
Not at all. Not at all. It took about 2 seconds to get her from my apartment. There was nary a storm-related obstacle in my way. I don't know, maybe it's the name of the hurricane that's just not daunting enough.
Floyd.
Floyd.
No one fears Floyd.
It's undercutting the drama of the situation, I think.
It's like Hurricane Willie.
Yeah, it's just or Madeline. Hurricane Madeline.
Madeline's coming to kick ass. Well, it's nice that you're back, though. You were in L.A. for how long?
I was in L.A. for a year. I'm back now, and I've had some time on my hands, so I decided to rejoin Crunch, which is something I'd done about 4 years ago. I got a 3-year membership and maybe went 6 times, I'd say, in 3 years. So
Crunch is the big fitness.
Crunch is a gym, unfortunately. And I would never condone anyone going to the gym, but I had so much time on my hands, I actually went, and they have all these kind of newfangled things like yoga size and disco spinning and all kinds of stuff, and none of that appealed to me. So I thought if they had old-timey working out, like if you go there and it's you wear gray sweats and Converse high tops and you sit in one of those steam boxes with a white towel around your neck.
Where your head sticks out?
Yeah, or then you do the fat shaker belt and then stand on your head a little bit and then toss the old medicine ball around. And then I think I could get into old-timey working
I always
out.
see those on the Little Rascals. That's where someone always gets stuck in one of those big steam. They're like from the 20s.
Yeah, the big steam box, and then when you come out of it, of course, your head is giant, but you're very small. And then I got more tags for this bit. And then after that, naturally, you would take the waters. You'd take the waters a little bit, maybe have a schwitz. And then you'd have a massage by a giant Swedish woman who'd really leaned into it. You know, she'd really roll up her sleeves and get in there. And you would be on a black rotary phone yelling at someone, you know, on your something.
Which is the way to relax.
Yeah, which is just old-timey working out.
You look good, Janeane. You look good.
Thanks, Tom.
You look great.
You never know where Tom's going to sneak in. Tom's lost... what have you lost? Like 80 pounds or something?
Well, I'd lost 70, then I started dating again, so I've only lost 60 now.
Right.
Because once you start dating, you put the weight back on, as you know. Are you dating anybody?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay, now you have to tag me again, and I go. All right. Now, are you happy to be away from the Hollywood weirdness?
Yes. Well, also, in addition to joining Crunch and working on the outside, of course, you've all heard of the new Hollywood spirituality. Which is
yes, we have.
A bit oxymoronic. Supposedly it's very hip now to get in touch with your spirituality and perhaps Eastern philosophies, things of that nature. And so I try and do that, but I find that E disrupts my Buddha nature. I try and be good and pure, but I can't not watch E.
Which E shows are you drawn to?
The True Hollywood Story, the Mysteries and the Scandals.
Right.
Celebrity Profile.
Right.
And you know what I'll do is I'll turn on the TV and put on CNBC, just as a sorbet, to clear the palate a little bit, MSNBC, and then I rifle back over to E, and I have to learn about somebody's life. And like my favorite is on the Mysteries and Scandals, though. They always have some aging queen who will be the authority on Myrna Loy or Three's Company or something like that, and just say, well, the problem with Suzanne Summers and Joyce DeWitt went back. Oh, you know, like he'll just go on and on because he's written books about Three's Company or...
Right. The great historian.
Like yeah.
Are you drawn at all to VH1 Behind the Music?
Oh, my gosh, I'm no longer punctual. I'm no longer a punctual person because of Behind the Music. I used to pride myself. I cannot meet you for dinner on time any longer because I can't leave the house till I find out what happens after the car wreck or after somebody loses their life to the pills and the booze.
Well, you know what? I've noticed one thing, and it's a consistent thing about VH1 Behind the Music that really bothers me, which is that they always go and they find, you know, some guys from Air Supply, or they go and they find, you know, Bobby Sherman or someone. They find them. and they sort of talk about their amazing rocket to the top, and they show footage of them with women and everything. And then it always says, it always shows the person saying, but even though I no longer have the women, and I no longer have the drugs, and I no longer have the fame, I'm happier now.
I'm happier now.
And it shows them, like, driving a tugboat in the harbor.
No.
I'm like, you're not happier now?
No, there was first of all, why did they willingly consent to be on Where Are They Now? Which in and of itself is an offensive title for a show. And they all, like the guys from Kajagoogoo, are like, yeah, I'm still here. You know, I'm a security guard now, but I've never been more fulfilled in my whole life.
They have tried to interview me, and I just run away. I just like, I'm still on TV.
It's just,
the thing is, too, is the music that they're doing now is better than what they did that made them famous. That's thing always killed. The work they're doing now is plink, plunk, doesn't sound like it, you know?
Yeah, it's always like, I'm working on my new album where, you know, it's really promising, and you hear like 4 seconds of it, and you're like, that's crap.
I know. That's the weirdest thing is that and you don't want to be mean. Again, your Buddha nature, your Dharma. You don't want to be mean, but you do hear whatever the music they're working on now, and it's very bad, and you're like, oh, dude, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like you just.
You call them up and say that?
Yes, I do.
Oh, good.
Yes, I call them and say, oh, dude, whether it's a guy or a gal.
Every show should end with you saying that. So the lead guitarist for Air Supply thinks he's really gonna make it. Cut to Janeane. Dude, it's not gonna happen. All right.
It's not gonna happen.
2 new films before we have to go. Dog Park.
And The Minus Man.
And The Minus Man.
The Minus Man starring Owen Wilson of Bottle Rocket and Rushmore fame and The Haunting. And Dog Park starring Luke Wilson, his brother, of Bottle Rocket and Rushmore and Blue Streaks and Blue Streak Now. And Mark McKinney, who will be on the show, is also
see it all.
Very
a lot
funny
of thought
in
went into
Dog
this
Park.
show.
Very funny. But both movies are very good. I've actually seen these 2 movies, and I like them both a lot.
Are you dating any of those? Is any of those guys the guy?
No. I am dating a person who is not in either of those movies.
Okay.
That narrows it down. Got it. Do you think you're an easy person to direct as an actor? I mean, do you think that you, what do you like to direct?
I would like to think so. Well, see, I have an inherent authority problem, which is very petulant and immature, but I cannot stand being told what to do. And unfortunately, the nature of being a director is to actually tell you what to do. And I get so angry, like if somebody makes me do more than like 2 takes of something. Like, because I just feel like you're trying to control my life.
Do you throw stuff? Do you lock yourself in your trailer?
Oh, no. I've only had 1 temper tantrum ever. Years ago, I actually threw a chair in my dressing room and threw a bottle, and then I cleaned it all up and went home.
You showed them.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You know, you came here in the rain and the sleet, and it's really not that bad out. The Minus Man is in theaters in New York and LA right now, and it's going to expand nationwide, whatever the hell that means, next Friday. The same day, Dog Park opens, so you're all over the place. Janeane, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice to have you again. Janeane Garofalo, everybody, and now John Stamos, watch this. John Stamos, of course, is coming right up. But first, tonight's show is brought to you by Original Coors. Huh? Oh, I wanted to drink it. All right. Expect more from an Original Coors beer. Coors beer. It'll make you go from this to this.
Aha!